Another attempt has been made at connection with the interwebs. All right, hopefully people can join now. That'd be sweet. Live from the woods in Oregon. Yeah, this seems to be working much better. Good afternoon, Brian R. Welcome to the club. We're going to let people filter in. This is why I started it 10 minutes early, just to kind of work out the gremlins. I don't think the Starlink is a huge fan of the smoke, which is getting thicker, and the trees that are in the way. But I just wanted to kind of check in with everyone and see what the scoop is. Hi from Poland. I'm honored. I'm working on a video from my recent SIV course. I can answer as many questions as you'd like about and it's a hard video to edit because I don't know how much technical. What up, my dude? Sweet. All right. I wish YouTube would let you see yourself in the camera, which is kind of lame, but what are you going to do? Adventure Wingman trip? Yeah, it's coming up here in September. I don't really know. I'm doing it with Trevor. Trevor's in the chat. Say hi, Trevor, because we're going to be flying it together. But it's a 1,200-ish mile, unsupported-ish, race-ish. That's not a race. Where we're going to be going from, where is it? Lake Tahoe in California, all the way down to Las Vegas, and then all the way over to Moab. And it's 12 days with 3 stops for kind of rest and recovery, and largely unsupported. It's going to be an incredible time. Somebody comment and let me know if it's still working, because I'm a little bit at a loss if this isn't going to work. All right, we're good. Here we go. Hi, Matt Cohen. Oh, sweet. Hi, Trevor. Hello from the Bay Area. I'm your 17th biggest fan. Shout out to Matt Cohen, the world's best gas pumper. That's for sure. I just hung out with Matt in NorCal, and we flew on the beach, and it was fantastic. Yeah. Matt, can I tell them what you did? Let me know. Comment, because it's really funny. They should probably know, because I'm not holding it against you. The van no longer smells like gas, but it's pretty funny. Where'd my comment section go? All messages are visible. All my messages went away. Anyway, I'm going to let a few more people come in, and then I will get into questions and answers time if you guys are interested in that, and or talking about the SIV course I recently was involved in and got to do an infinite tumble. Oh, yeah. It's working better. Sweet. Okay, so here's the Matt story. The ProMaster, which is sitting next to me, has a gas cap like every other car. And because they make the ProMaster with a diesel engine, which I don't have, there is an empty hole under the gas can filler for the diesel exhaust fluid filler if it was a diesel. And Matt was being extraordinarily generous and giving me a couple gallons of gas that he didn't need. And he started pouring the gasoline into the empty hole that the diesel exhaust fluid filler would be on a diesel ProMaster, and flooded the frame of my van near the driver's side with gasoline, and it was pretty funny. And it smelled like gas for a day, and then it was fine. Hi from Texas. You know, it's really confusing why the chat like disappeared on the live stream on my computer, but what are you gonna do? Great work, Matt. Drone over chase cam, yeah. Hi CJ, I appreciate that, and you should absolutely go learn how to fly a paramotor. That'd be sweet. Save up, don't skimp on equipment, just get something kind of with swing arms, and that's decent, and get decent training. James has a question. You can only afford one wing. With your experience, what do you pick? All around wing. Well, probably the Driftair right now. Like not in a 14, maybe a 16. That thing is really good all around. It's not super spicy. It's not hard to launch. It's just easy to fly. Like it's a more advanced wing. It's definitely not going to be your first wing, but like Driftair is sweet. The Freeride's sweet, but it's old. They should come out with a new Freeride, and that's probably going to be a freaking ripper. Devin, hit me up when you learn how to fly a paramotor, and I'll come fly with you. Costco brand LaCroix. I think that's what I'm going for this winter, coming off Speedster 3. Yeah, dude. This Speedster is also a top pick, or the Sirocco, really, in my opinion, is a top pick for like an A1 all-arounder. But the Driftair is like a little bit more refined, I'd say. It's a little bit more spicy of a wing. I would say like the beginner advanced, intermediate advanced, but like low intermediate advanced, probably Sirocco all day. And then when you're a little more advanced, go to the Driftair. Oh my gosh. I'm not even going to try, buddy. I'm sorry. No offense. I cannot pronounce your name. But yeah, somebody get me a Warp 2. I want to get my hands all over that thing and fly it because I think it's going to be sweet. And somebody was posting in the Paramotor Facebook group that it was really, really fast. So if they come out with like a 15 or a 14, 14 is going to be so spicy. If they came out with something small, I'd be all about it. It's Chris in English. Thanks, Chris. I'm sorry. That kind of makes sense now. Okay, yeah. Yeah, if somebody can send me like a demo warp, I'd be about that. New exciting wing I'm going to be trying is the Dudek Driftair 16 with Trevor. We kind of went sight unseen and decided we're going to fly them for the Adventure Wingman based on what everyone was telling me, based on the specs and the performance online. It seems like the ideal choice for a 1,200-mile unsupported cross-country race. I considered doing it on the Viper. The Viper is very fast and very efficient, but is it just H3? H3. I considered doing it on the Viper, but the Viper is talkative in turbulence, I think is a good adjective. And I know we're going to be flying in a lot of turbulence, and I was really impressed with how the Driftair handled the turbulence, so went Dudek on that route. Would I ever get into speed flying? Perhaps. I was going to at one point. I was like about to hike up a mountain, and then the conditions changed, and I was like, I'd rather paraglide. I would speed fly in a place where there was a lift or a gondola. I don't want to hike up a mountain that I could soar on for an hour to bomb down it on a 6-meter for 30 seconds. I just don't see the appeal personally. It looks really fun, but I would rather soar. The power move, the best move I've seen so far was this dude at Northside in Point of the Mountain took his paragliding wing, flew it, bent, got to the top of the bomb back down. So good. Successfully connected. Boot up. Boot up. I'm sorry, people. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's sharp now. Sweet. Anyone? Let's get into that. I'd love to get into. Okay. So I recently did an SIV with Max Mirian at Lakes Berryessa. If you don't know, man. Guys, I'm on the hotspot. Okay. Back now. Okay. So, hi there, you're awesome, man. Thanks, Jazz. SIV. I kind of got talked into going to this by some friends. I didn't plan on going, but they were like, "You must go." And I said, "All right, fine. Just say yes." That's like it's a big theme in everything in my life. Just say yes. So I go, I show up, and my goal for the SIV was to get recurrent with acro. I didn't think I would progress a whole lot, but the goal was to get recurrent. And my plan was initially to go up on a 20 piece and then get comfortable, and then an 18 and then a 17 on the last day maybe. And the first run the day before the course started, because I got there a day early and Max was like, "Dude, hop on the boat, let's go." He said, "Just get on the 17. Just go right for the 17-meter piece," which is a pretty small acro wing, definitely infinite capable for me. And I go up, he says, "Just show me what you can do." So I go for some helis, and dude, getting on a 17 piece from a 22 is insane. It's so easy. It was not any like it's faster, but I wasn't ahead of it or it wasn't ahead of me at all. I was totally made sense, and I found it just to be super duper intuitive. So I go for the heli, stop it, do a heli the other way, and I'm in the heli, and Max says something like exit the heli and go for an infinite entry. Mind you, this is my first run before the class started. Get out of the heli. Max, are you effing kidding me? And he's like, "No, dude, go for it." So I go for the entry, just like one over the top, and it felt really weird, and I pulled brakes at the wrong time. You got to understand the infinite, you go light over the top. I didn't realize this. You go like full on weightless over the top, and everything in your brain says pull brakes, and the answer is don't pull brakes. And I do that, and I realized like we're doing an infinite at this course. I had kind of joked about it the night before with with Boyd and Mo, who Boyd is an instructor at Team Fly, Mo's a friend of mine, that I would do an infinite, but I wasn't, it didn't feel serious. It didn't feel real, but then it was like, oh yeah. And the other thing I took away from this first run was the love, the reignited love for acro. Oh my gosh, I was about to quit. I sold my acro wing. I'm like, I'll get back into this later. And then it was like, oh no, this is super fun. So that was day one, and then day two, or day zero, and then day one, we just ended up doing infinite entries and trying to get the timing right. So the timing is what was my biggest struggle this whole thing. When you're doing the tumble, when you're not perfectly centered, so like, you know, you're upside down, if you're here, you're kind of rotating off axis, and you have to pump the brake at just the right time to pull it back to center. And you have to pull it after you go over the glider. So you're tumbling, and you pull right after you cross over and let go. And I kept pulling early, and I spent this whole day just going up, trying the entry, trying a straight rhythmic entry, and just wadding it a bunch. But I got to do Misty Flips, which is like a 360-degree controlled spin, and those worked out well. And then the second day of the course, day 3, I'm trying it. And Max says, hey, man, and I was starting to progress on the timing of the rhythmic. And Max says, hey, man, just kind of go for it fully. So I went in with a little bit more energy than I had been before, timed it a little bit later on the entry, and just went right into infinite. And I was overthinking it the whole time. It's not a hard trick. It is a sendy trick. Like, it's just spiral, exit spiral, pull the other way, and just hold on and enjoy the ride. And it's insane. So I got to do the infinite tumble, which is a huge accomplishment for me. Yeah, Saboba does shuttle rides. The Saboba shuttle is scary. It's like on the side of a mountain in a Kubota. Oh, James, yeah, I'm for sure going to be infiniting on motor. Apparently it's easier. You know, you can always just beam up to 3,000 feet and rip some infinites instead of having to go to a lake and pay a lot of money for the tow. John says, hey, I'm in Southern Oregon. If you want to go for a motorcycle ride while you're here, I'd be stoked to show you some cool spots. Potentially, but here's the thing. I have a bunch of video editing to do, and it's frustrating, and I don't like video editing anymore. I do, but finding stories and stuff is hard. And then I got re-invited down to Lake Berryessa to go do the SIV again. Well, not really the SIV, to go get towed again to practice, because I'm competing in like one of the first acro comps in the US in the beginning of August, which is incredible. I can't believe that. So James, there is for sure Kyle Mooney, for sure. Oh my gosh, why am I blanking on your name? Glider Freak, Braden Butler. For sure, Max Mirian has done them on motor. Unconfirmed if Ryan Glock was doing them on motor. I bet he could. I know Minyard went and did a tumble in Turkey, but I don't know if he's doing them on motor. But yeah, there is a handful. It would Matt. That was for sure Braden. So guys, does anyone know about acro in the chat? Do you know tricks? Because right now I'm trying to come up with a run for the acro course, not the acro course, for the acro comp, because the prize is an Air G. Let's go. So what I was thinking is, I could either start it with an infinite, but I don't think a lot of people are going to be doing McTwist, which is like a really fast, powerful spin. I was thinking starting it with McTwist, transferring that to heli. So, and then like spinning, exit the heli into a sat, and then pump the sat up to infinite. And then, high from the Great White North. And then stall exit the infinite, try to go into heli, and that should use up most of the run. That'd be pretty sweet, I think. But that's what I'm doing. And then we have Burning Man. Look at this. Let me show you my burn bag. Look at this thrift store find. Okay. I have this thing of brass cables with buttons on them for Burning Man that I bought at Goodwill. Oh, Bob or Robert. Yeah, you're Bob. I don't think so, because now I have the acro comp going. I was planning on it, but now I don't think I can go. I wanted to. I mostly wanted to get my hat. Look at this thing. It's incredible. Oh my gosh. And then we got a bunch of string lights for bicycles. Hey, does anyone have a bicycle in the Pacific Northwest? Beach cruiser preferably, because I need one really bad. Maybe we can live stream the acro comp. That'd be sweet. Oh yeah, dude, look at this thing. I had such a good run at Goodwill the other day. We're getting completely off topic, but anyone else go to the Goodwill store? Because like this sweet backpack thing, $5. The sweet hat, $5. We were looking for string lights, battery powered types, and I found all these for $2 a piece. I mean, yeah, Goodwill's where it's at. All right. We're at 22 minutes into this, and I'd love to do a little Q&A segment. Oh, yeah, dude. CJ, if you haven't been in there, go in there. It's amazing. Yeah, if I could bring the Starlink out to the lake on the boat, we could run the live stream. It'd be sweet. So I have the SIV video coming out, and then I have the Tyler Kassan. I taught this TikToker how to fly, and I have to edit that. And the problem is all that footage is online, and I just don't have access to internet that'll rip that down right now. Like, I just can't. So hopefully at Lake Berryessa I can get that. Johnny says, when is your merch going to be available outside of the US? I don't know. I haven't looked at the merch store in a while. I am so busy and stressed with editing. It's becoming not that fun. And need to, I don't know. I need to make some better videos. I need to do a better job filming so I don't have to piece it back together at the end. But hopefully just being in a place with really solid connection for the Starlink will be super good. How did I feel about my first goal of Sadev? It was awesome. I can't wait to do it again. I was a little nervous, but not too bad. 5 years down the road, hopefully more of you guys subscribe and this whole thing can be self-supporting. And I am not stressed about making videos. I need an editor to go through the footage and cherry pick the good stuff. I don't want to relinquish editing. I find that fun when it's a good video. I just I don't know. I have 100 gigs of footage from this SIV, but there's no context to it, so I got to sit down and make context to it. Maybe I scrap it. I don't know. I had to scrap the skydiving video, guys. That was a huge bummer. I don't know if anyone. I didn't really make a public thing about this, but turns out that Joe Jennings didn't film Tom Cruise in that movie. Somebody else did, who looks like Joe, like physically, flies the same camera, wears the same rig, looks exactly the same. So I just kind of assumed that it was him. My mistake. Post this video I spent a month working on, and they're like, yeah, this can't be online. This needs to be down right now. And I'm like, oh. I mean, Tom Cruise's actual skydive cinematographer, dude, but contacted me. It was a big deal. So there's that. I don't know. Adam, I'm going down to Central California for the best intro was Oshkosh 21. I just watched that. That was fun. It's funny how far I've progressed as a editor since then too. I don't know, maybe 100,000 for it to be profitable. I'm trying to leverage the short form stuff right now and just keep like one a day going up, because that just generates views really well. But I mostly want to make like movie style stuff on the YouTube channel, like really good production value. But I don't know. We'll see. You get in a rut sometimes. We'll get back out. I don't know. I was stressing about the SIV edit and decided to go live to talk to the viewers, so I don't feel like I'm doing this alone, because sometimes it feels like that. I wish I could come up more north, honestly. It's hot here. I'll probably go out to the coast on the way down to SIV, but then I'm just going to be at SIV sweating. Oh yeah, the videos from 400 subs were something for sure. That was a time. I don't know. Dude, Missouri is so far away. Do you realize how far Missouri is? It's like way far away. I appreciate all you coming on the live stream every time I do it. It's such a good time. But I fixed my motorcycle. That was fun. Been riding it for like 2,000 miles with almost no service. The oil change was fresh when I got it, and just said I'm gonna ride it, and finally got around to doing the oil change, did the coolant, put a new chain on it, fixed some airbox things that were the old things I bought with my money. Oh man, I should bring that back. That was a classic. What else did I do? I don't know. Just kind of clean the whole thing up, and man, it definitely made a difference in how it runs, which is really impressive. Does anyone in the chat have Starlink by chance, though? I'm curious because I'm thinking the performance is simply due to where it's placed. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking the lack of performance is because it's trying to look through a tree sometimes. Maybe I should put it in a different location. Let me know. Okay, trees will affect it. Oh, Matt. Okay, you have the RV Starlink. How does it? I mean, when you have clear service, Matt, how is it? Oh, who bought the old trailer? Dude, some sketchy guy in Florida bought it. Yeah, the tin can. Okay. Selling. I can talk about Dell. Selling the trailer was hilarious. This guy showed up with a. He was huge, like probably 6'5". He showed up with a octopus hat on, and he had pepper spray clipped to one like tentacle, and like a big Bowie knife clipped to the other one, and it's just this sketchy looking dude. And I got nothing, so I just kind of start going through with the deal, and it goes fine, and it's just throwing some weird vibes. And my neighbor James, we're in Florida, keep in mind when I tell this story, we're in Florida. He like slides his window open slowly and just like gives me a thumbs up and like unfolds the stock of his like folding 9mm rifle thing. And then it was like fine. The purchaser didn't see it, but that guy had some really, really weird vibes. And he bought it, and I have not heard about it since. But it was an interesting experience. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find a clear sky for the Starlink, but I'm just in a valley. I don't know, maybe I can climb up on a house or something. Yeah, headline: Florida man. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm looking up wildfires in Oregon because the sky turned all smoky, and I was like, "This is weird." And the headline was Oregon residents tie up man who started wildfires to a tree. So somewhere in the boonies in Oregon, some individuals apprehended the guy who started some wildfire and was trying to like burn down people's houses and tied him to a tree until the police arrived. That is some backwoods stuff. Headline that. Anyway. All right. I think I'm going to finish up the live stream. I appreciate everyone coming on. It seems like the internet is a little bit splotchy at the moment. And I will live stream the Acro comp to the best of my abilities. Oh, Johnny asked, do I keep in touch with Tucker? Yes. He doesn't fly the Scout because the Maverick he has is a sweet the Maverick he has at that factory is a sweet setup, and it's easy to put in and out of the truck. It's just like a more user-friendly setup, I think. And you know, he's got to deal with Aviator, so make of that what you will. But I love his Maverick. I'd be super stoked to fly that Maverick setup in particular. But my new Scout, oh man, that thing is so sweet. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Later, friends. I appreciate all of you.